ได้ไหมคะไม่ได้ยิน
They are adjectives.
Yes จบ
And can we make a noun from correct? How do we often make a noun from an adjective?
And yes.
เช่นเช่นวาย
How do we often make
เช่น
we have the word correction, but correction is from the verb. Just to make it complicated, correct is also a verb, but here it's an adjective. How do we usually make correct? We have correction, but correction comes from the verb to correct. He corrected my work. He made corrections. Correctness in your attitude, in your behaviour. Usefulness, yeah. Clever, richness, brightness. Now, what about ready, greedy, sleepy? They are adjectives. They are adjectives. They are adjectives that end in Y. How will we make them into nouns? Well, do you remember that in English we try to avoid having Y in the middle of a word? Yeah? We try to avoid having Y in the middle of a word. So the verb fry, for example, in a frying pan, the verb fry, yes, when we make it past, we turn the Y into an I. I don't know why, but we don't like having Y in the middle of a word. Yeah, same with dry. Dry becomes dry. So in the middle of a word, it's okay at the end of a word, but when it's in the middle of a word, the Y becomes I. So ready. Good.
I-E-E-D.
Readiness. Yeah, you can have ready as a verb, but for the noun, readiness. Greedy. Greediness.
Sleepiness.
Yeah. Sleepiness. So remember that as a suffix, Y can become I. Greedy, greediness. Alright. As a little exercise, could you choose two of these nouns and try to use them in sentences. Try to create a sentence. Try to create two sentences using a couple of these nouns.
Teacher, what do you want me to do?
Choose two of these nouns and create a sentence for each one.
Choose the noun.
One of these and try to use them in a sentence. So create a sentence.
Suppose when this pen is really usefulness. Right? No?
No,
How you do that?
this pen is really useful.
Yes, huh?
Yeah, it's not easy.
Difficult. Just try it. How
Remember that these are nouns. Yeah. How do we use a noun in a sentence? Any noun. Yeah.
Correctness, needs, cleverness, and brightness.
Okay, good. So we say a noun is, or a noun needs, or a noun requires, or a noun has.
Correctness of mistake is teacher's job.
Again?
Correctness of mistake is teacher's job.
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
When the
Mistake.
student makes some mistake,
Yeah.
the teacher need to correct it.
Yes. Yeah.
Correct mistake.
Yes. Correctness is part of the teacher's job. Correctness of mistakes. Correctness and mistakes are part of the teacher's job. Yeah.
Vocabulary very useful. Usefulness in English.
Yes. Can you make a sentence with usefulness?
Greediness always happens to me when I am hungry.
Good, yes, yeah. Yeah. Greediness takes control. Greediness takes control. When you are driving, which one of these is a problem? Which one of these is a problem when you are driving?
Readiness. Readiness.
When driving, not really.
Brightness.
Not
Correctness. Brightness.
Which of these is a problem when you are driving?
Correctness.
No, because if you have correctors, that's good.
Sleepiness.
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 Okay. So make a sentence. Sleepiness is
Very dangerous.
very dangerous when you are driving. Sleepiness is very dangerous when you are driving.
For driving.
For drivers. Sleepiness is very dangerous for drivers. What about cleverness? What is cleverness? Cleverness is it a problem? No. So we can...
Cleverness is necessary for human.
Great. Cleverness is necessary for humans.
Richness.
You richness when you work hard. You richness when you work hard.
Richness.
It is very common for living good life.
Richness is a noun. What, apart from people, what has richness? What do we talk about? What do we talk about something being rich?
Get greedy. Greediness.
Rich of fat. Rich of fat.
Rich of fat.
Fat.
Facts. I don't understand.
Facts.
Milk.
Facts.
Fat. Milk. Milk has rich of
Rich in fat. Rich in fat. Food can be rich. Coffee can be rich.
Coca-Cola can be rich.
Yeah, it's too rich for some people. It's too rich for some people. It means the flavor is intense. Flavor is intense. Something could be rich in vitamins, rich, but maybe rich in fat. Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Because it has caffeine.
Rich in caffeine. Yeah.
มันจะตื่นนะอ๋อตื่นนี่โฆษณาจริงตื่นป่าใช่
So richness can be a good thing in coffee, in food, in drinks.
How?
Well, if you produce coffee that is rich, the richness of the flavor, the richness of the caffeine is high, it will be better coffee. Alright, so suffixes and prefixes. This is the secret to learning vocabulary.
The baby is going now.
Oh yes. Rainy season. Wetness. Wetness. So let's really make an effort with the prefix self and the suffix ness. Do you remember when we wrote the suffix ness makes something from a something. What does the suffix ness do? Look at these examples. Look at these examples. What does the suffix ness do?
Change adjective to noun.
Yes. Can we say what type of noun? Usually.
Usually abstract noun.
Usually an abstract noun. Yeah. What's an abstract noun? What is an abstract noun? Do you remember?
Can see. Can see.
Yeah, something you can't see and
cannot touch.
can't touch. Yeah,
But you are feeling.
yeah.
Is action.
You can't see usefulness. You can see something useful, but you can't see the usefulness of it. So the suffix ness usually makes an abstract noun from an adjective. What about the prefix self?
Self-confidence.
So what can we say about the prefix self? What does it do? What do we attach it to? That's a good start. We attach the prefix self to what do we attach it to? To a verb. Well, help can be a verb, but it can also be a noun, can't it? Give me some help.
Self is perfect by your own.
Yes, but what do we attach it to? Self, we attach it to... Give me some examples, Self,
Self-service.
self-service, good. Self-help, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-respect. So what are these? Esteem, respect, service, help, confidence. What type of words are they?
Adjective.
Not exactly. Not exactly. Some of them can be, but the thing that they all have in common is that they are nouns. Service, help.
Compound noun.
Yeah.
Compound.
Service, respect. Respect can be a verb as well. So can help can be a verb as well. But the thing that they have in common is that they are nouns. Esteem, respect, service, help, confidence. So when we attach the prefix self to a noun,
Adjective.
it,
Change to adjective.
we can, but at first it's that the noun, but turned on yourself, turned inwards.
Focus on
Help you. Self-help. I help myself, not you. Love. Yeah, I love my friends. Self-love. I love myself, not my friends. Hate. You hate your enemy. Self-hate. I hate myself. I'm a bad person. Confidence. You have confidence when you face the world. You feel positive. Self-confidence. I feel confident about myself. Never mind the world. Forget the world. I am great. I am great. Respect. You respect other people. Self-respect. You also respect yourself.
Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself.
Again?
Focus on yourself.
Yes. Yeah. Focus on yourself. Turn it on yourself.
Self-centered.
Yes.
Stay with yourself.
Self-reliant. Yeah.
Self-sufficient.
Self-sufficient. Yeah.
Self-sufficient economy.
Yeah. You provide everything you need.
Self-sufficient. พอใจในสิ่งที่ตัวเองมีอยู่
No, you spell it. How is it? Sufficient. S. So if you can attach self to a noun to focus the noun on you. You can attach, if you can make the noun into an adjective, then you can attach self to the adjective. Self-reliant, self-sufficient, self-confident. Self-eat. Eat yourself. Yeah, not possible. Difficult. Yeah. Self-eating. You could have food that is self-eating, so it saves you the time. It saves you the time of eating it. It eats itself, but it's not possible.
กินตัวเองที่ถ้าไม่ดูแลตัวเองเขาทำลายตัวเองนะเรากินตัวเองอ๋ออยู่ในสารเซลล์ได้ยินมีอะไรอย่างนั้นเสียงมีแล้วว่าเอาเนี่ยเขาเรียกอะไรที่เป็นขาอะไรวะไว้นั่นตัวละออกเรียนตัวนี้เนี่ยเซลล์เอ็นติ้งนะต้องช่วยติ้งไปช่วยค่าที่เรียนเซลล์คืออะไรจะดูเองเซลล์เอ็นติ้งเซลล์ฟันเอาอะไรเซลล์ฟันแค่เป็นเอาไปเองเซลล์มิวสิก
Self.
มิวสิกได้เลยจะอีกนิดเดียว
No.
ตอนนี้ช่วยกันอะไรกันอยู่เขาเพียงยากไหมยาก
Well,
ตอนนี้คืออยู่ไหน
one of the big inventions recently that they talk about on the news is a car that drives itself.
อาคารอาคาร
A car that drives itself. It is. What is it?
เอรถไฟฟ้า
Automatic car.
Mm.
Automatic
ออ
car.
โตเมติก
But the name that they're using, they're not saying automatic.
อาคาร
Selfness.
Self. What does it do?
โปรแกรม
โปรเซลล์โปรแกรม
Mm.
คอมพิวเตอร์โปรแกรม
It has a computer program in it. I hope.
ออโตเมติก
I hope.
Drive.
Drive.
มันต้องเป็นคอมพิวเตอร์เราตั้งแบบตั้งมันเป็นออโตเมติก
How can we make an adjective out of the verb? How do we make an adjective?
Self-driving.
Self-driving.
Driveness.
Adjective. Driving. So it is self-driving. It is the self-driving car. Yeah. Did you hear about it? You should watch the news in English. Then you'll hear this phrase, self-driving car.
ไม่มีคนขับเองนะ
A car that drives itself. A car that drives itself.
Yes I saw it
You saw it? Yeah. They tried it in
truck
where? Maybe they. I think they tried it in Los Angeles, in America, and maybe in Taiwan as well. They tried it.
Now,
Right.
Google company try to produce this
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
Self-driving. Google.
Google.
Small car.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah.
Is it lorry itself
A lorry driving itself. Yeah. That sounds even more dangerous. Yeah. Yeah. A woman who gives herself.
Self-employed.
Mm.
Self-employed.
What's the verb to give someone a job?
Employed.
What's another way to say give someone a job? Do you remember it? Begins with E? Employee. The verb, yeah. The verb. To give someone a job is to employ them. I employ you. Do as I say. He employs me.
You work for me.
You work for me, I employ you. So we say she is
Is
self-employed. She is self-employed. is self-employed? Do you know anyone who is self-employed?